Welcome to our continuing series, Fine Poetry, poems that touch deeper chords. Parani mentions Armando Menezes, and we will have a few sessions on his poetry. Parani writes, among young Indian poets who are writing English poetry, Harindranath Chattopadhyaya, Armando Menezes, K.D. Sethna may be considered representative. For Armando Menezes, poetry was a steady passion. His poems were that of a professor who loved to read, teach, talk, and write about English literature. Writing about him in his Indian Writing in English, K.R. Srinivasa Iyengar discussed the, quote, exile's sharpened sensibility, end quote, in the poems of Menezes, and praised their structure and craftsmanship. It is good that the children of Menezes have come out with a fine selection from the poetry and prose of their distinguished father to mark his birth centenary. And then he gives an example of a poem. Why is your rising mother solemnly cold, with the heavens clouded to a murky mood, with downcast eyes and mouths agape for food and angry gnashings in the wintry fold? And this is from Prema Nandakumar, whom we have already interviewed and who is a prolific writer in South India. During the half-century when this poem has been read often by me, I know the mother's dark eyes never bloomed to smile as far as Menezes was concerned. He was an intense patriot and felt unhappy at the way caste and creed were proving to be disintegrating factors for this great nation. But Menezes was not disheartened. He continued to cultivate his, quote, private garden, which happened to be the teaching profession. If you take care of the younger generation, you take care of all your tomorrows. The ideal teacher in Menezes is remembered to this day, since his philosophy of teaching transformed the shabbiest college room into a meadow of lilies dancing in the breeze. Quote, teaching has been to me, almost from the start, a joy. And it had been a joy because it was part and parcel of my mere sense of being alive and active. I have never felt a gap between my teaching and my life, and I have never recognized a gap between my teaching and my enjoyment. I have always believed that literature and life must flow into and complete each other. And I think the ideal teacher would be one who induces in the student the feeling that his studies and his joy in living are parts of a single whole, end quote. This, among other gems of instruction from the beloved writer, makes the book a volume to be treasured in the libraries of all our academic institutions. Prema Nandakumar. So the first poem, Freedom. Freedom is but a madman's dream, a dance along an endless lane, the slogans that you shout but seem to drown the clanging of the chain. Freedom is but a posturing before a necromantic glass, the old, old song you newly sing, falsetto like an infant class. Freedom is greed, is violence, lust, and the lordship of the fool. Freedom's not knowing either whence or whither, of chance be the rule. We dreamed and wake up from sleep, and dark indeed the day to see, when freedom's image cannot keep even a poet's loyalty. The end of loneliness. Girl, as we stand here face to face, bold, lonely, upright souls, and strain the secret of our life to efface, and turn this proud delight to pain. In vain we hope to eclipse ourselves with our own selves, and part with dull division of the lips the music of our mutual heart. Girl, as we stand here wing to wing, and try with casual words to mar the perfect beauty burgeoning within our silence like a star. In vain we hope to split with aching flesh the wedded mind. We have become the infinite and left all loneliness behind. The train. Earth lies a violin to my bow, and as I rush, 1,000 shapes of music grow out of the hush. The leaping flame within me draws, as it shoots lone, between each throbbing pause and pause, tone upon tone. Strange orchestrated sounds unroll from waiting woods, and as my passion thrills the soul of solitudes, I hear a far-off rapture sweep me as I pass. Loud waters dying in the deep, low sighs of grass, long echoes rolling to the ridge of valley green, the different notes of tunnel, bridge, or cleft ravine, the fury of neglected stations, a shrieking wind, shrill with a million execrations of hag or fiend, the murmurous silence when I stop, live with the noise of water drowsing drop by drop, or human voice. A little pause, and off I go. My simple art touches to music with my bow, Earth's silent heart.